Oh, cool. Okay, I'm live. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm just going to start building here in Flow. So I'm working on this climate anomaly data sets. And so I'll go ahead and share my screen. So this is where I'm at. And the so I was just working on the labels for all of this. So a bit of time here. Okay. Cool. So we got the labels for the month. What we do. Value of temperature anomaly is equal to 0 would be that one would be the outside edge, and then -1 would be the inner ring. And kind of feels like the center ring is the right answer. Or maybe all of them. Anyways, let's leave it at 0. Okay, so we have that label. And then this visualization will look like this as it animates through. Now, camera angle wise, I'm not 100% sure this is the right camera angle. Now that I'm looking at this, why does it look like that? It's this label. Okay, so now the other aspect here is the temperature anomalies. So I'm going to duplicate this. And it's essentially showing, I think it's 1 out of every 144 entries. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to format it with a C at the end. I flattened it. I think I have a bug out there related to this. Essentially, if I go back into additional dimensions and I update the dimension there, that will update. Okay. So refresh. All right, so now we got that same climate anomaly data set, and just as reference, so this is the visualization that's the climate spiral. Oh, wow. Even in the opening ceremony of the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. Cool. And here is the data set for it. So this is the data that's just need to reformat basically, but it's the global average that's being used. Anyways, so this is the thing that I'm downloading. Great. So this is essentially the visualization that was created by NASA and helping to sort of rebuilt in Flow using that same data set and experimenting a little bit. So that is the game plan. So let me go back into the Flow itself, just so you can see what I'm doing here. It's the same thing, just much bigger, much longer, at least in this visual. And essentially all I'm doing is moving it down that pathway as well as revealing at the same time. And so it gives the effect of it building sort of like this. And so we're seeing that spiral come out. And I think that's kind of interesting. I might play with the camera more. I think this actually looks better in augmented reality as opposed to on a flat screen. So I'll probably film it there, but wanted to get the temperature anomalies to show, and I still do not see those labels. So what's going on here? Is it the optimization button? Is that why? Huh. So when I duplicate it, it seems fine. Okay, so I can see the labels there. It's showing decently. So let me save this. And I'm thinking that the performance is more a factor to do with this looking at camera. So I'm going to have this just look at coordinates, which is disoriented along the depth axis. So I want this to look at 0, 0, minus 10, that's fine. And once again, I can't see them. Okay, they're there. Okay, so they're facing almost the right direction. Yeah, that reminds me, I should file a quick Jira. I could just say away from that. That should work. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Great. So I also want to put the temperatures on the axis here. So I'm going to duplicate this label and I'm going to put the temperature anomaly on that. And I want to do that for the first item within each. You know, I'm just going to make this a label actually. So I'm just going to add some text. So this would be (0°C) up to this line here. Oops. Okay. Reset positions. So (0 degrees), we got +1 degrees. And we have -1 degrees. I want that to point here. Great. Let's add a little, well, I'll leave off the background actually. Okay, so I probably want an intro step that sort of introduces this idea. That probably will make more sense to do. Yeah, but let's at least make them like a little smaller. 3, 3, 3. So this is just marking this up so we can have a nice label to clearly indicates what this is looking at. And move the 0 degree guy over here. This guy. Okay, so let me add one additional step here. And on this step, I really want this to be more of the introduction in some sense. So maybe what I'll do is keep this off, that off, and keep this off. Okay. Okay, so we got that. And I'm going to apply that position to all steps. Should stay there. I kind of want to pull this out for the second steps. Actually, no. Let's go back. Okay. So I kind of want this. I'm just updating the time between steps, and I'm going to also get rid of that guy. Okay, I think we're good to go. And let's make this. I don't think this is used. Okay. Okay, so let's give this a go. Save this and just have a few minutes before this next meeting. So once again, I'm trying to basically recreate this visualization that was released by NASA and do, yeah, basically somewhat of the same thing here. So the other thing I need to do, and okay. I'm just trying to line up the camera for this last part of the shot. So I think that works. Kind of. There we go. Okay, so this looks like So it's that step that's really not seeing it as well as I was hoping. So maybe what I'll do is leave this on, but I will set the filter. So it's less than that, and the index is and okay. So not quite right, almost there. So what I want to do is, this is perspective 1. Also, sorry about the dog. Okay, let me just play this through and see if this works. So this next one will animate the first curve, which is 1880. So we're looking at 1 year. And now we're going to progress time forward. So past that 1 year, and which should basically be going through the arch. And we should be seeing the same sort of visualization, but this time from inside of the circle as it gets created. So in a sort of trippy way, you're seeing that expansion of the temperature. So that's really what I'm visualizing here. And as I do this, I realize that I'm not really fully taking advantage of that tube that I built. Probably should go the other way, actually, now that I think about it. So let me just try to reverse that. Actually, I should tend to my dog. So I'm going to go. Thanks, everybody. Hope this was interesting. I got to jump to a meeting.